place I'd most like to visit right now is pretty much anywhere that's not here. You may have seen me ranting on Twitter yesterday about how exhausting Facebook is for me right now. Ferguson is close to home, and yet still quite far. It's close enough that people here feel the weight of this thing happening in our state, and you can generally rely on the fact that outsiders are only interested in flyover country when bad things are afoot here. And yet it's far enough away people are doing this frustrating thing that I imagine they're doing all across the country. People try to turn it into some sort of tragic elsewhere, an event whose origins and consequences are somehow removed from us, the people of not Ferguson, the people of not St. Louis. Systemic racism and militarization of police forces are nationwide problems. And it's the former that makes this most soul-crushing to think about and is the reason that watching locals talk about it makes me want to vomit and cry. It's very telling to see ordinarily libertarian types defending the police in all of this. People whose entire political philosophy is grounded in Ayn Rand bullshit should be the first in line to condemn police forces rolling through towns on tanks, and yet here they are, serving as reasonable doubt crusaders. And fuck whatever defenses they give, it's about racism. Because this is always a lingering possibility when your race alone increases your odds of being stopped or deemed suspicious by police. A staggering number of white people seem to believe that because they and their whiteness have never been the victim or seen this kind of profiling, it, and the corresponding fear of being profiled by gun-toting men in fancy society has my back clothing, all of it must surely be made up, or at the very least is being grossly exaggerated. It's the same bullshit men use when trying to pretend that misogyny isn't real, like that their personal lack of experience with discrimination somehow renders it non-existent. And in their refusal to accept and acknowledge that this is happening, they become yet another cog in the machine that perpetuates this insanity. And, you know, to get really self-involved and me about all of this, so do I, in a sense, in my fervent wish to hide from and disown this place and these people. Because just as Ferguson isn't some sort of distant elsewhere, neither is this place, and it won't be no matter how physically far from it I get. This is everyone's problem. I just don't know what else to do about it.